This is Purnima Devi from SNSCT. Now I discuss about unsupervised machine learning algorithm. The unsupervised learning algorithm uses a machine learning algorithm to analyze and cluster the unlabeled dataset. These algorithms hidden discover the hidden patterns or data grouping without need for human intervention. The unsupervised learning algorithm mainly used to cluster the unlabeled dataset which we are used in this training dataset. The unsupervised learning algorithm includes k-means clustering and principal component analysis, hierarchical clustering, a priori algorithm, association rules. These are all used for cluster the unlabeled datasets. The common example, what are the some real time example we are used in this unsupervised learning algorithm is uh, unsupervised learning algorithm is k-means and for clustering problem and a priori. These are all we are used cluster the data set. There are two we divide the two categories of unsupervised machine learning is clustering and association rules. The clustering is nothing but cluster means grouping the same data types. Some difference between supervised, we already seen supervised learning algorithm. We discuss some differences between unsupervised and supervised machine learning. The supervised machine learning fully hopes the labeled data inputs and the training data output and the output training data, that is what are all the historical data we are getting the input and the corresponding output based on this historical data. But unsupervised machine learning algorithm processes only the unlabeled data sets, that is raw data. These data are used only for clustering the data sets. The number of input data, that is number of historical data we have, these historical data has been grouped based on the unsupervised machine learning algorithm, that are the association rules, a priori algorithm, k-means clustering. These are all the machine learning unsupervised machine learning algorithm which is used for clustering the data set. These unsupervised machine learning algorithm used in real time data to identify the patterns. It is it uses the less costly than the supervised machine learning algorithm. This unsupervised machine learning does not require the manual work and the some real time examples we are used in unsupervised machine learning. For example, we take a supermarket. While in supermarket there are number of transaction we are used, we are accessing number of transactions. It decides to implement a machine learning algorithm. It solves the product data. It was observed that the customer who bought the cereals more often tend to buy a milk, or those who buy eggs to tend to buy a bacon. Now we discuss about association rules. Association rule is implication of the form of x implies y, where x association x antecedent to y in the consequent of the rule. This association rule is based on machine learning method. It discovers it mainly discovers discovering interesting relationship between variables in large data set. It intended to identify the strong rules discovered in the databases using some measures of ingredients. The association rules are critical in data mining for analyzing and forecasting consumer behavior. The customer analytics, market basket analysis, and the product clustering, catalog design, and the some things. These association rule have two different types. First one is confident. This confident is x is a one particular variable that we decide it as a milk, and the y is a decide it as a bread. We calculate the confident level when we are buying a bread, at the same time we are buying the milk. That is the confidence level in the association rules. This implies the probability of x and y variables, that is while we are buying a bread, at the same time we are buying the milk at a time. This is the probability function, we are in the confidence level. The next one is lift. Lift is a probability occurrence of antecedent and consequent of independent to each other. These are all the two process we are using in the association rules. And there are three type of algorithm we are using in this association rules: a priori, Ilkett and FB growth algorithm. Now we are discuss a priori algorithm. This algorithm uses frequent data set to generate the association rules. This algorithm is an influential algorithm. It is generally used in the field of data mining and association rule learning. It is used to identify frequent item sets in a data set and generate an association rule based on the item sets. These determine the first step of a priori algorithm is to determine the support of data items in this transactional database and selects minimum support and confidence. In this a priori algorithm, we taken supermarket transaction examples for this a priori algorithm. For this a priori algorithm, and we take all the supports of transaction with a higher support than the minimum or selected support value. These are all the steps we are using in this a priori algorithm. First step is we are determine the support of item data set in the transactional database and select the minimum support and confidence level which we are using in this transaction. The next step is take all the supports in the transaction with the higher support level and calculate the minimum or selected support value. We find all these subsets having higher confidence value, and then we fix the threshold value or the minimum confidence level. Then short rules in decreasing order of lift. Thank you.